The first key in the Mind Hacker's Guide to Selling is personality profiling. How many here have ever taken a personality profile? Probably the vast majority of the room. What system did you take? Myers-Briggs?
Enneagram, the last one.
DISC, anybody?
Enneagram.
Has anybody done DISC? Okay. Well, Myers-Briggs is a great test. It's the most popular in the corporate world. It's expensive to do the full thing, and it's got like too many letters for me. Like I'm an EMTPA, I think, or EM something, I forget. The A is what the part that is like O. Because there's only 3% of me in the population, which I knew that because on the DISC profile, on the D, I score at like 93% on D, and everything else takes the last 7%. So I'm very, very high D personality like that. The DISC personality profile I like because I can teach a person how to very quickly ascertain the primary personality of a person without having to make them sit down and take a 20-page test. No matter what system you look at, Myers-Briggs, some of the others, there's dozens of them out there, and DISC, they all boil down to 4 things. Introvert, extrovert, task-oriented, people-oriented. That's the whole premise of it. So in the DISC model, if you are extroverted, task-oriented, you're a D personality. You're a driving, dogmatic, demanding doer. You like to be right, you are right. You don't like weak people, you don't like slow stuff, you don't like minutiae. If you're presenting to a high D personality and you come in with a bunch of pie charts and pivot tables, they'll write you off. And I don't care about that stuff. Send that to the guy with the propeller on his head. Yeah. But if you're dealing with the I personality, which is an extroverted people person, they're very inspiring. They're flittering all over the place. And if you are a high I personality, I's are they're great to get involved in stuff. They love to get involved in everything that's going on. They're the kind of people that if you've got a big company and you've got a chili cook-off and you've got something else going on over here and somebody's doing a Christmas tree, and they'll volunteer for all of it. And they'll and they'll want to lead. But the bad thing is, an I is really a bad leader. They're great starters, horrible finishers. D's are great delegators, but we want to be in control of everything because nobody can do it better than me. I just don't want to do it. So then you move over to the S, which is the people-oriented introvert. Now my wife is a people-oriented introvert. She's polar opposite of me. So like Tom Cruise said in Jerry Maguire, she completes me because I'm over here with my hair on fire and she's got both feet planted on the ground, holding on to me, trying to bring me back down. So they are supportive, they are great workers, they're great followers, they make great leaders in the right situation. You may see an S personality that's an executive vice president of a company. He's still a follower of the people above him, but they're servants. Even as leaders, they'll serve their people. They hate conflict. In fact, like when we go to a restaurant, if my meal is wrong, I'm the first guy to say, I need to see a manager. And when I do that, my wife goes to the restroom. Because she doesn't want to be a part of that. The C personality, the last one, is an introverted, task-oriented person. These are your CPAs, attorneys, people who like to sit down and work through numbers and tough problems, and they love to be involved in that. If you're selling to a C, you better have your pie charts and your graphs and all that stuff, spreadsheets. I used to have a boss that was a high C, and everybody hated me in the company because I could get anything I wanted from him. And they're like, how do you get him to do that? I said, I always bring him a pivot table. It's like, you bring him a pivot table and a spreadsheet and a pie chart, he's yours. And it always worked. That's just the way he was. So the big thing about learning about personalities, and this is the reason why I try to teach people as much as I can about personalities, is number one, it's the key to subconscious communication. If I know your communication style, then I can tailor my presentation to go right into the way you process information. So when I deal with clients, like I say, I'm a high D. If I'm working with a high S and I use my personality, I'd kill them, or they'd kill me. One of the two. We wouldn't be able to work with each other. But never fail, regardless of what temperament type I'm working with, I will at one point ask them to take the test so that they can see their printout. When they do, and they read it and understand it all, then I'll ask them what my personality is. And they invariably, every time, will say it's the same as theirs. I always match their personality. So that's the reason why you want to know what your temperament is not so that you can say, well, no wonder I think I'm always right, because I am. I'm a high D personality. Everybody else is stupid. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is to say, okay, I know I'm a super strong person. I got to tone myself down. If I'm dealing with an S, I got to talk slower and softer. Got to be supportive. Got to be indicating that there will be no conflict, or that my solution will stop conflict. You know, then I've got the S's attention. You know, with, like I say, with the D's, the I's, the C's, there's a way to communicate with them that they will naturally flow that information in, and it goes through without struggle. The conscious mind won't stop it, because the subconscious mind is eating it up. It loves it.